Oh, hello! Welcome back to Computer Science. It's me, Mr. Carver. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't have anything fun, no fun video to start our day today. Just kind of me here in my normal empty classroom. Apologize about that. I'll try and get a better one going next time. I do want to spend a little bit of time though and tell you about what it is that we're going to do today. Well, in kindergarten, we are going to be doing something called Loops with Laurel. Laurel is a cave explorer, and we're going to go down into the caves and tell Laurel how to find diamonds and use loops to do that. Um, what are you guys? What are you guys looking at? Okay. Well, first grade, you are going to do loops as well, and you're going to draw gardens with loops. So we'll practice more of our looping skills. I feel like you guys are looking at something. And there's nothing there. Just don't pay attention to my classroom. It's me. Flappy Bird. We're going to do Flappy Bird in second grade. You get to make your own Flappy Bird design and Flappy Bird activity. That'll be kind of fun. Finally, in third grade, we're going to do an activity called Conditionals with Cards. You get to make your own card game based on different conditions. Conditions are a computer science term that we're going to learn about. All right, well, again, just a boring classroom. I don't know what you guys are looking at over there. But next time I'll have a more interesting video introduction for you to watch. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with computer science. Today is a fun day. We get to make a game called Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird is a classic phone tablet game where we're going to click and make a bird flap around on a screen. So let's see how that's going to work today. As we scroll down, we're going to go here to where it says events. Events are actions that happen in the game, either like a button click or a mouse click or like a key tap or like two things running into each other. They're an action that happens in the game. And so we're going to create some events today. It starts us off with a video that you can watch. You might remember I've seen Flappy Bird before, so go ahead and watch that, and then this is what it says for us to do. So we are going to build our game a little bit at a time. So it's really important that you understand that as we add something, we are going to carry that over to the next level. We don't want to take anything that we do, and I don't think that we're going to trash anything in this level. When we create something, keep it and add more to it. So this is how that works. It says attach a flap normal block to the when click event and press run. Okay. When click, flap a normal amount. So that's all we're doing here. So we're going to push run. And when I click on the screen, the bird falls down. That's because I have to actually take my mouse and keep on clicking it to get the bird to flap. So let's see. This is like you have to play this game in order for it to work. Reset. Run. Click, 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 click. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Now, notice how this part stays. Like that's what we just wrote. And then they add a little bit more to it. So don't change this if the directions don't ask you to change it. Instead, just let it sit here. The when run event allows you to run code as soon as your game starts. So when I push this, things will happen. Try adding a block that sets the level speed when run button is pressed. So where's a block that says speed? Here it is. I'm going to add that to this one, so that I can set speed when the game runs. And I have to click when the game runs too. Let's see. Push run. Oh, good. Look how this is traveling along. The speed has now been set. When I click and click, 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 I got to click up there, and it's kind of like that's what's making it move. So now the bird will move and the game will move. Let's add more to it. So I click continue. Notice how, again, this has been carried over. This has been carried over. I'm not going to mess with this. And I'm instead going to do this new section here. Now we've added the ground. There it is. Attach the end game block to the block, or block to the when hit the ground event. End game, end game, end game. There it is right there. When I end the game when I hit the ground. Run. Clicking and clicking. I guess I should hit the ground. Let's see if it works. Good. That's how the game is going to end. Computer programmers, when you're figuring out games, you got to figure out how the game starts, how the game runs, how fast the game is, and more importantly, how the game ends. Like, how do you win or how do you lose? So in this case, we've got a loss. You hit the ground, you lose. Now, we're also going to have some obstacles. An obstacle is like something you might hit along the way. So all of this stays, and now I'm going to think about what happens when I hit an obstacle. I'm just going to run it and see what happens. Oh, look, there's some pipes, and right now, I just fly right through the pipes. To the bird, the pipes mean nothing because I haven't programmed the pipes to mean anything. So I need to tell the bird, hey, when you hit an obstacle, that is also going to be when you end the game. That's when you lose. Now let's try it. So I'm flapping. Okay, I'm going to hit an obstacle here. Hit it, fell down, I lose. So this is making the game a little bit more harder. Here's 6. This icon means that this level is part of a larger project. Changes will be saved across these levels. So I'm not changing this. I'm not changing this. But now I'm going to think about, so I know how to end the game, but how am I going to score some points in this game? Add a block to the when pass obstacle. That's this one, the new one they just gave me. That scores a point, and then press run. Let's see. So, right here. Score a point. I have to think through all the parts of this game. When I hit the ground, when I hit an obstacle, when I click, when I pass an obstacle, all of this takes planning by a computer programmer. Here, I'm going to try and get. So now it fails because I didn't pass. I need to actually pass this in order for it to go. I'm not going to change anything, but I'm going to have to run it again so I can see if I can pass it. See. Okay, so I was going to pass that, so it says, great, you passed it, scored it, you scored a point. Perfect. 7. Staying the same. Let's see what happens. Click the down arrow inside the flap normal amount. Flap normal, that's this one right here. To pick a different flapping power. So I'm not going to add anything in 7. I'm not going to take away anything in 7, but I'm going to change one thing. I'm going to click, and I'm going to pick a different value here. I'm going to flap a very small amount. I'm going to see what that's like. So let's see what happens here. Run. Click, 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 click. Oh, look, he's like barely moving at all. I'm going to replay it, and I'm going to see what happens if I clicked a very large amount. Click. Whoa. Click. Click. Whoa. Whoa. Well, this is very hard. So it's kind of like if you flap a small amount, then it's very easy. And if you flap a normal amount, it's like medium. And a large amount, it is very hard to do. Okay, so easy, medium, hard. Here's number 8. Let's see. Changing the scene by attaching a block to the when run. So I need to attach something right here. And, a scene. So let's attach a scene. You can pick a lot of different scenes. I'm going to pick underwater scene. Run. Ooh, look how it's underwater. And now the same. Ooh, this is a very large. Yikes. It's hard to do. Okay, that's good. I'm going to change this back to a very small amount. That's hard. All right, let's see what happens here. Now in 9, this throws a lot of people off. So let's pay close attention to what it's asking us to do. You can set the background under any event, not just when the game starts. Try setting a random scene when other events happen. For example, when passing an obstacle. It's asking us to take the set scene and dragging it to when pass an obstacle like this. It's also asking that we click the down arrow and change it to random. This means that when we pass an obstacle, we're going to score a point and set our scene to something random. Here I am underwater. I'm flapping a small amount. Oh, that didn't work. Everybody play it again. Flapping. I got to pass it. Okay, so here we go. Pass it. And random scene. Random scene. Now it's a nighttime scene. Now it's a starry scene. And a city scene. So that's kind of fun that things will change when different conditions are met. Number 10. Notice how I haven't thrown away any blocks yet. Okay? To mix things up, instead of ending the game when Flappy hits an obstacle, try setting the score back to 0. This is the only time that you are going to throw something away. When you hit an obstacle, we're not going to end the game. Instead, we want to set the score to 0. So this means that the player can keep playing. It's just they're going to lose all their points. So I have 1 point, 2 points, and now I'm going to, oh, now I have 0 points. I got to start all over again. Okay? And the only way to lose is to hit the ground. That takes us to number 11. 11 is a free-for-all. You have a working game. This is something that can happen, but can you mix it up a little bit? For example, I have some new things over here. Maybe I want to make some sounds, a wing sound. You can also add these purple blocks to the when run. That sets your speed and your scene. We've done that. But you can also set your player. Maybe you don't want a yellow bird. Maybe you want it to be a fish. Maybe it's not going to be a pipe. Maybe it's going to be a plant. Now all of a sudden, I have taken this game and I have made it kind of cool. Set ground to be ground or set ground to be underwater ground. You've got your pipes and you got your gaps. This can make it easier and harder. I'm going to small gaps. No, I'm going to make it really large gaps. I'm going to make this a super easy game. Normal gravity, set the score to 0. And I could add other things too. Maybe I'm not gonna score a point. I'm gonna score 2 points when I pass an obstacle. That'll be fun. Maybe if I hit an obstacle, I'm gonna make it 100 points. Let's see what happens. Oh look, there's a fish. It's making a sound. Ooh, there's plants there. Set my random scene. Hit an obstacle. 100 points. Woohoo! Oh, but it's still 100 points. Oh, okay. If I lose, I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to make it so that I'm not going to set a random scene. I want to keep it as that underwater scene because I think that's funny. I don't when I hit an obstacle, I'm going to score a point 2. I'm going to score 3 points when I pass one, and I'm going to score 1 point when I get one. Here we go. Oh, look at me go. Oh, I scored 0 points. Anyway. Have fun with this level and this activity. Keep playing. Remember, don't throw anything away. Just add more to it. Read those directions. It'll guide you through, and then you can have a fun game that maybe you can challenge someone in your house to play against who can get the high score there. Okay. I'll see you next time in Computer Science. Remember, computer science, changing the world. You get to be a part of that change.